Hello everybody, my name is Equipe18fitoussifranck, I'm team 18 and my presentation is about the gamma edge. What is the gamma edge? Let's talk about it. So this is a summary. Few definition. What is the edging? This is really important to understand that. And what is the gamma edging? The point of this presentation and the limit of this model, because it's just a model, okay? So this true definition is delta. Delta, all people know that here. I hope so. It's just a derivative of the value of the option on the derivative of price. This is the sensibility of the option by the price, by the underlying. So we have to know that it's really important delta in the portfolio, in the this strategy is really important. And this is for example with a call strike 100 maturity with 1 year and the pull strike 100 maturity 1 year. We can see when we are out, at, and in the money. Easy. And we have to know delta. Delta is a function of S. This is really important because delta is not a constant. Delta move up, down. This delta is not a constant. This is really important for the futures of this presentation. And for the call, the probability of underlying is more important of the exercise price at maturity. And that is also important for the future because we have to know how we regulated the delta. This is the point of this presentation. It's just about gamma, but we have to know so how we can regulate delta and gamma after. Let's talk about gamma. Gamma is the derivative second of the value of price by the derivative second of the price. This is really important, and this is a representation of this gamma in 3 dimensions. We can see spot, date, and the value of gamma. We can see with this illustration how can move gamma with times, with the price, and we can the out, in, and out the money. And we see when we are at the money, gamma is bigger, it's more important, and when we are out and in the money, gamma is near equal 0. Okay, this is really important to understand that because gamma is the health of this presentation. So gamma is a function of delta. Delta is not a constant, so we can have a function of delta. So gamma up, down, it's not a constant, so it's good. Okay, so for the gamma can see how the delta move. And this is important because gamma measures the rate of the change of the delta of the option with respect to a move in the underlying asset. So, in few words, delta tells us how much delta of an option would increase by when the underlying move by $1. Okay? And this name of this delta is convexity bond. We can do a comparison with a physics. Okay? Imagine delta is a speed and gamma is an acceleration. So this is a derivative premier, derivative first, derivative second, and we can put this comparison and we can know if we know a little physics. We have to know the speed to know the acceleration, and it is when we know the acceleration, we know all of this subject. We know all move of this object, the speed, how we go here, and the path of the object. This is important. So what is aging? All people use aging in their life, and some people don't know that. In the life, we have insurance health, insurance car, house, life. We put money, we put an investment on the society, on the insurance, and when we need that, they pay for us, some part or all, whatever. So in finance is the same thing. It's the same. In investment, we're taking on offsetting position in a related security. Okay, we have to, now we know what is the hedging and how we hedging in financial. We know data, we know hedging. Now let's talk about the data hedging. Data hedging is one of the most important for the hedge in the financial. We have to buy or sell some option for delta equal to 0. We want to have delta equal to 0 in this portfolio. And how we do that? We have a ratio 1 on delta. And how we found this ratio, we can see that after. We will see, no problem. Imagine we have an action S and we want to sell S vehicles. We want to find its a little s. This is the expression of this example, okay? And we do Taylor, first degree approximately. We do that, and we can find this expression. And when we found that, it's easy to find the ratio. Little s equal 1 on delta. So now we found this ratio. And this is really important, this ratio, because this ratio depends of delta, depend of the sensibility. It's not a constant. The ratio move on. Okay? And if we have an action, we have to sell 1 on delta quotes. And if we sell 1 quote, we have to buy delta S actions. So this is important to understand, because with that, we put the delta equal to 0. So we hedge our portfolio. 2 points very important. And I don't mention that. With delta hedging, they are no longer sensitive to short-term variations in the price of the action, because we have to show the variation in the short time. And this is a dynamic strategy, because the delta move all times, and we want all times a delta equal to 0. So we have to move, buy and sell for have to a delta equal to 0. We can't let an option, a put, sorry for that. We can't let an option with a maturity 2 months like that, and say, have that, the delta hedging hedge my risk. No way. Now let's talk about the gamma hedging. This is the point of this presentation. This is really important to understand. We know gamma, we know hedging, we can understand gamma hedging now. Like the delta, we use secondary Taylor, and this is the expression. More difficult, but not really difficult to understand, to find this. So So we can find this ratio is equal that, and this is more important because this is also depend of delta, but not just delta, and the variation of delta. And it's that. This is why gamma hedging is very interesting because we use the variation of data in this ratio. 2 points. You have to understand that we need less rebalancing. Why? Because we know delta, so we know how delta move, how delta remain, how delta change. We know the, and when we know that, we know the price, how the price can be changed. So we win 1 step or 2 step or 3 step because we don't have to buy and sell some option for remove the delta equal to 0. We have a delta equal to 0, so we don't have to do that. And the result is more specific because the result is really near to the real price, because this is approximately of second degree, so it's clearly more specific. And like I said before, if we know the variation of delta, we know also the variation of price. So we know all the things we have to know for make a decision. Yes, there are delta and vega, there are other Greeks, but this is the more important, I think, for me. So the gamma hedging includes the delta hedging. Delta of the portfolio equal to 0, and an option for put delta of this portfolio equal to 0. If this is not clear for you, I make an example for you. And imagine we have an option with gamma 1, a portfolio with a delta equal to 0 with the gamma. And the number N1 of action to buy or sell for gamma equal to 0. We want to know N1. We have this expression N1, gamma 1, and gamma equal to 0. So we found N1 equal min gamma on gamma 1. But now this is a subject. Now it's very interesting, because now we know how many we have to buy and or sell. But the problem is now the data of this portfolio, the data of this transaction change, because the data of this portfolio change as a result of this transaction. He move on. So we have to buy or sell an option for having a delta equal to 0. Because for use gamma hedging, we have to use delta hedging. So for use gamma, we need to have a delta equal to 0. So if this result of all of that change the delta of this portfolio, we need to buy other option. So the gamma hedging, it's about not just one option, but 2 or more options. We need 2 options of minimum or less. The difference between delta and gamma hedging. This is just a passive management, okay? This is the evolution of V for delta hedging, so 1 of V for 1 week, and we can see when we are out the money. Delta is not good on in and out, but it's okay. And delta gamma, when we use delta gamma hedging, we're perfect because like a constant near 0. So there we hedge all risk. But if we see that 12 weeks before after, we can see for that if you use delta hedging, the worst position in out and in the money. But we can see also for the delta gamma hedging, we are not worse, we are very good because we are near equal to 0, and out and in the money we are good. How the difference can be real? Because like I said before, the delta hedging is a dynamic strategy, and here we have to passive manage. We have a passive management. So this is really important because here we have the gamma hedging offer a bigger protection. Yes, I am agree with you, but in conclude, we see the delta and gamma play a real role in the hedging of the portfolio.